And we begin with this evening. Congressman Steve Cohen not running for re-election. This after the passage of the state's new congressional map that splits Shelby County and District 9 into 3 districts.
This is wild. He's been on our ballot for decades. Action News 5's Amani Williams joins us live from the newsroom. So Amani, how did Representative Cohen describe this moment?
Well, Congressman Cohen, he sat in his D.C. office and shared this announcement, which he called, quote, the most difficult moment as an elected official.
This is by far the most difficult moment I've had as an elected official.
U.S. Congressman Steve Cohen announcing his retirement after Tennessee Republicans voted to redraw the state's congressional map.
And the 9th district that they have under these new lines is nothing like the 9th district that I've represented.
Cohen drops his bid for the race just hours before the qualifying deadline to run. He spent the prior week in Nashville pushing back against the legislation to redraw the map. Once passed, it split District 9, the district he's represented for over a decade, into 3 separate districts.
I considered running in one of these 3 districts, but they're not Memphis.
He condemned the state Republicans for the redistricting move at the hands of President Donald Trump.
If you have a congressional delegation that has 9 members and they're all Republican and they all bend a knee to Donald Trump, which they've done on this redistricting, this is for Donald Trump to get one more vote, he thinks, to stop him from being impeached.
Cohen, known for pioneering the Tennessee Hope Lottery Scholarship, fighting for civil rights, and gaining resources for Memphis, received well wishes from his colleagues, including U.S. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries, saying in part, quote, he will be deeply missed. But Cohen is not leaving his seat without a fight. He has already filed a lawsuit against Tennessee Governor Bill Lee over the redrawn map.
Because of the fact that it's majority black and the white constituents there too, doesn't mean that they don't have the same interests. They have the same interests, the future of Memphis economically, health care for people in Memphis, whether they're black or white.
Now, the deadline to qualify for this congressional race that has passed, that was at noon. So we have an official list of who is running for districts 5, 8, and 9. You can find that full list on our website, actionnews5.com. Live in the newsroom, Imani Williams, Action News 5.
Amani, thank you. Democratic leaders, both here in Memphis and on Capitol Hill, are reflecting about the impact Representative Cohen had. State Senate Minority Leader Ramesh Akbari called Cohen one of the city's fiercest champions who dedicated his life to Tennessee. She adds that his fingerprints are all over the progress in both.
Tennessee Democratic Party Chair Rachel Campbell also remembering Cohen's time in office. She said he fought with heart and carried the voice of Tennessee into rooms it might not have been included in.